Hello friends, welcome to Dots of Destiny. Om Namah Shivaya and Jai Shri Ram. Hope you all are doing fairly well in the kind of turbulence that we are seeing all around us. The times are really not very good, as Jupiter is also combust at this moment of time. Now the thing is that the topic that Venus is debilitated in Virgo, and that is the transit we will be encountering in the month of August. Full of August, Venus will be in Virgo, and Venus is becoming slow now, and Venus is will go to Libra from September onwards. Now this transit of Venus is very important, because a planet which stays 25 days in a sign is staying for so many in Virgo. It will be 1 month, and again in November it will be retrograde and direct in Virgo from 6th of November to 22nd of November. November is a very a month of lot of changes and lot of things happening. If you remember the last year, when Jupiter suddenly went into Cancer last year, there were sudden changes or sudden glimpse of trailers which you had seen about Jupiter in Cancer. This time in November, you will see Venus retrograde in debilitation going into Libra, then finally, and also Jupiter, Ketu, Mars in Leo. So there will be a lot of things in the month of November. But as of now, to start with, Venus is debilitated in Virgo, and from the fire to the frying pan, it is like encountering Ketu first, and then coming into its debilitation. Already, when now, as we are discussing this, as I'm making this video, Venus is in Purva Falguni, its own nakshatra, but because it is very dry now, why one has to understand is that Leo is a fiery sign, and with Ketu, whenever a planet meets head on, the best, if it's a very nice planet, giving planet, or planet like Venus, most of the good things will be cut short. And in this, even though the transit of Venus in Leo has not ended, I have encountered many issues already. And because I knew things can turn a certain way, so obviously I keep a mental preparation for all those kind of that the events that can creep up. So Virgo Venus is very different. See, debilitation is a point that it makes you hard, and any planet in Virgo is a very, because it's a very hard-working sixth house Rashi dealing with Rogrin Shatru. It's not an easy Rashi, but it has a lot of patience and it has a lot of practicality. Venus gets debilitated because this is not the genre of Venus, right? Sixth house matters, Rogrin Shatru is not Venus. Venus is all the good things, all relationships, luxury, taste, finesse, your choice, art, culture, all the good things, also chemical engineering. Also, if Venus is not good in a chart, a man or a woman cannot be good in mathematics, and the fineness or the extra bit of engineering that is required, that is also Venus. So Venus is great planet, but it has a lot of nuances. It is not like Mercury, which is quite a direct planet and very intelligent. Venus is the finer qualities, and to understand Venus is very difficult. Though people only associate it with relationship, it is much more than that. And now, as Venus is getting debilitated in Virgo, the things that will happen is that first and foremost, Virgo is a Rashi of Rogue, Rina, Shatru. Now, Rogue, if we talk about the diseases, Venus gives kidney issues, eye issue, reproductive organs issues, gallbladder issue, appendicitis issues. All these are kind of Venus genre. So these, as I discussed with the signs, you will understand where, though all the signs have to keep a very good watch on their health when Venus is debilitated. Okay, secondly is that Venus gets debilitated in Virgo because it becomes very critical, and criticism is Virgo. That has to go with Virgo, because now that's why I have seen many chartered accountants, it is the season of tax, and see, Venus is in Virgo. And yesterday only I had filed my return. So Venus, these kind of people who are dealing with investment banking nuances, tax and collection, other people's money, dealing with Rogrin Shatru. I mean, even doctors also, Venus in Virgo, veterinary doctors and all this. So very practical kind of jobs these people do. But finance related job they can easily do in Venus in Virgo, and usually if it is there in your natal chart, it can give you a lot of money, though it will bring other relationship problems definitely, because Virgo is the sign of criticism and detailing. In relationship, that is not done. Libra is the sign of relationship. We have to maintain a balance. That happens with me also. Sometimes I become in my mind, though, because with astrology I've spent quite, I have understood that criticism should not come out blunt, but internally I feel that that kind of a thing when Venus goes into Virgo, or when I do some judgments in my mind. It happens with human beings. We just have to be little numb about it, and not say it vocal, because in relationship one cannot criticize. See, the thing about the sixth house is all about chanbeen karna, to look into depth and to find out the defects. Venus is not the planet for that. Mercury, absolutely perfect in Virgo. I mean, Gemini Mercury is okay, good, fine, intellectual, creative, but Virgo Mercury is another level. Anyway, so Venus, that's why gets debilitated in its own friend's house, and it gets exalted in Jupiter, so most enemy's house. So because Pisces is all about bhakti, and that's why I feel, this is my feeling, and please do not whatever I go through the horoscopes, seeing different horoscope, I have seen Venus exalted is good, but it takes you towards spirituality. And I don't say you don't earn money. You earn money, definitely, but that is not the sole purpose. You're not exactly fixated on that. Venus in Virgo is wealth. Another thing that has to be understood, when I say this, many people go very nuts about it during my sessions. The thing is that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is earthy sign. Earthy sign is more capable of giving wealth, money. The money that is the cash, that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and that is why they're earthy sign. They're Earth Trikon. So if you can check that. If you have major planets, whichever house it is in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if you get the dasha of that, your money will be becoming more pronounced. Though Capricorn is a very slow sign, that is also true. Now, what are the precautions, or what are the things that needs to be taken? Now, see, I have started with my new, it's not new, but new to my people, those who are watching my channel. My tarot venture has started, and now onwards I will be giving little bit of tarot insights also. Now today, as I was thinking about this topic, and I was shuffling my tarot cards, this this is the card which was coming out again and again. 3, 4, 5 shuffles, still one card comes out. This is the Pentacles card, and this is obviously Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn card, and this is 5 of Pentacles, which shows that there is some kind of poverty. See, now poverty is not exactly, it can be poverty of thoughts, poverty of creativity, which Venus does in Virgo. Virgo, as I said, it's not a creative sign. It's a very practical sign. Now, money can go out of hand also. This shows that extra spending, suddenly that happens due to whatever applications it happens. So this card, when it comes out as for all the ascendants, then I will say first and foremost things, 5 of Pentacles is that you can see it's quite a gloomy card, right? I'll put it on the screen. And this card shows shows that, you know, people are in snow is falling and you're feeling gloomy and the money is somewhere lost or your expectations is not met. So August month is not just because of Venus. There are a lot of complications, and one has to understand both the Mercury and Rashi is very active. Venus Virgo, Mars in Gemini, and Mars is aspecting this Venus. Lot of things are happening in August. So next video I'll make another monthly horoscope of August, which will be, I mean, there are a lot of things. Very a month of caution, a month of patience. See, whenever we are dealing with earthy rashis, you have to be patient, and Virgo is a sign where patience is demanded, and Virgo people are usually, they are very patient with things. Now the thing is that the second thing is that you cannot be too judgmental with people. As I told you, your imperfection should not bother you too much in the month of August. If you see the main Kalpurush Kundli, Venus will be in the 6th house, Mars will be in the 3rd house. The 4th aspect of Mars is on Venus, and then Sun Ketu combination will be there. Eclipse will be there in the 4th house with Jupiter, Mercury, Moon, Sun over there in the solar eclipse, 12th of August. Though Sutak is not in India, but still effect will be there definitely on individual horoscope level. And another thing is that Venus will be opposition with retrograde Saturn. So that will also affect the the watery element of Venus. So see, Venus is going through a big challenge in Virgo now. The challenge is not simple. The challenge is not that Venus is just debilitated. The challenge is like it is seen by a planet like Mars. It is aspecting Venus and retrograde Saturn. So already it has encountered Ketu. Now it is coming here. Major relationship, financial setback can happen. Now this is what you have to know. Somebody wrote that day, is it all bad and all these things? No, see, when Venus goes into Libra, much will be rectified, but at this point of time there can be sudden jolt, and that is why this card came out. See, I cannot, there are so many times I shuffled, and in every shuffling time it came out. I have taken out the card for every individual horoscope, I mean for all the Rashis also, one card, because this is just, I'll just make it brief, because it is like one Venus in Virgo this video mainly focuses on. So a lot of hiccups can come on the way. The meaning of the thing is that, so when you feel like cold, dejected, rejected, and it applies for me also. I already did two small mistakes already in this July month. So it happens, and though I know the combinations, I work towards it, but still I am also I also committed mistake. Then I realized the mistake was small, so I rectified it anyway. So I have to be more careful with August. That's why this is a guidance towards what is coming in the next month, and it is quite a month, I must say. So that is why you have to keep in mind mainly the finances and relationships, and nothing very inspiring can happen in the month of August, because it is more of encountering the things, and later it can be cleared away, the things that you encountered, because now just Saturn has become retrograde in July, and now next August onwards, this retrogression Saturn effect you will be able to feel. So let's see what every sign has in store for it. I will tell about the cautionary part, which is very important, so that you keep that in mind in the month of August. Let me realistic the video. I will not sugarcoat things, but yeah, it is not major damage, but you have to be very apart from some signs which have yoga. Venus is yoga karak for them, especially Aquarius. It is the 8th house Venus. So let us jump into the timestamp and see what individual sign has to go through when Venus is debilitated in Virgo. Ascendant, the transit of Venus in Virgo is in your 6th house. So the 6th house matters are very practical, needs practical approach from you. Second lord and seventh lord, the monetary things can go for, you can be involved in loans and other things, whether it is for health, whether it is for your spouse's health. You have to be very careful at this moment of time. You can deal with things which are like, you are coming towards an end of it, but still you have to be cautious with because Saturn retrograde is also aspecting this Venus. So your finances, your spouse, because Saturn will not let you immediately come out of debts also. If you have them, it will continue for a bit longer time. Finances, for financial, if you want to go for a partnership deal at this point of time, nothing will work out. And that is why this month Mars is in the third house aspecting this Venus, and you will be putting your efforts. You have to stand your grounds. Very, very important this month. If you are expecting some results to come out, that is immediately not possible. There can be problems in the home front also, like you will feel that there's some kind of a quarrel, some kind of a expenses, some kind of a thing which is not going according to your plan. Though you had according to your dasha, you may have chalked out the plan, but at this moment it is not in the very good or execution state. Especially if, suppose, it can be a marriage matter also, it can be a relationship, because it is your second and seventh lord. It can go for a dispute. You have to be very careful about it, because after that Venus again goes into Libra for a long time. It will go retrograde also and come back to Virgo from the 6th of November to 22nd November. So if you are dealing with relationships, money matters, loans, health issues, all these four are very, very prominent. Now if you can see the card that I have put up on the screen, that card is the Five of Swords card, the Five of Swords. Now see the Five of Swords, the man is standing. It is a win. It is showing you have, but still in the air there is the danger element, or standing or guarding yourself. That means, this card means it is rough times. If you see the card, you'll understand it does not mean very smoothness. The card is not about smoothness. You have to stand your ground. You have won it nearly, but then still there are certain loose ends, or the air of the warfare, whatever is going on in your personal life, needs some more in the coming future, some more things you will see over there, especially in the month of August. So be very cautious at this point of time, Aries. It is, yes, your Lagna Lord in this month, whole month of August, as all these things are happening, will be in the third house. So Mars is the Karaka of the third house, no doubt about that. But Gemini, because it is Gemini Mars, so I feel you do not rush into things. Gemini and Virgo, both Mercury is very, very active, Mercurian sign. And Mars, Mercury, they have a struggle with each other. So anyway, take care of your wife's health also, your health also, your monetary well-being also. Do not unnecessarily take a loan. If you have to, then you must know and calculate when and where to end it. All these things is like it may feel the month of August is like a little bit war zone, but then if it is like that, you have to encounter it. Aries people are strong enough, and they have the fighting spirit. Only thing is that maybe your business things go for a little bit of different kind of adjustments you have to do. Maybe simple tax returns. This is the time of the tedious filing. There you face some issues. That can also very well happen. So be very careful about monetary things, and relationships both are not looking great in this month. September, the scenario will change again. At that point of time, we'll talk how Venus goes into Libra from September to December. Very, very long time. So finances, business, partnership, all this is your main focus. August is the seed of it. If you sow a wrong seed, then it will be dangerous coming on later. Take care. Taurus people, it is your Lagna Lord getting debilitated in the 5th house. Though Venus works good in the 5th house, here it is a very practical oriented sign that Venus is, and that's why you can have gains from the 5th house matters. Gains from, investment, gains from share market and all these things. At this moment, you should not be investing. That is very important. The card that came out for you is 4 of Pentacles. So you have to safeguard your wealth. That is very important. This card shows that it is like you have to safeguard your wealth, and see the figure you can see is holding on to the coins. Very important, you do not spend at this moment of time. The gains that are about to happen, they will happen because Venus is aspecting the 11th house. Saturn is also retrograde there. Whatever gains was pending for you, it will come at this moment of time. That is okay. Relationship wise, it can be very practical, and it can have turbulence also, because Mars from the 2nd house will be aspecting. The first aspect of Mars falls in this Venus. The retrograde Saturn aspects is Venus. You will be irritated because it is Shani Mangal aspecting you. Literally, take it in that way. You will be irritated. At bouts of irritation will strike you. Definitely. It is not a bad month, but it is bad for your the kind of year you will be showing to the people. That bad for that. Some small things can irritate you, and you may suddenly lose your calm, especially for relationship, finances. So there are certain important thing is that if you have a health problem, you have to be cautious, because your Lagna Lord getting debilitated, then your Lagna Lord will go into Libra in the 6th house. We'll talk about that later. But as of now, the whole of August, you have a 2nd house Mars, which your speech should be maximum under control, because it is in communication Gemini sign. This Mars is aspecting Venus, which is debilitated, and in the 5th house. 5th house is a good house for Venus, but definitely there will be some difficulties with the relationship, especially maybe your progeny, maybe your love affairs, maybe if you are gearing up for some kind of partnership, relationship, anything kind of thing. It is very difficult, even with your partner also, because 7th Lord goes 8th from itself in Gemini, Mars. So knowingly you do not step into any kind of arguments. Any kind of financial decisions at this point of time is not required. You've seen the card, the figure is guarding the Pentacles. Exactly appropriate card has come out for you. Among all the cards possible, this is the thing that you must be doing. Guarding your speech, guarding your finances, and hold it tight. Hold it tight means do not let it go out, because as I've told, in the overall collective environment, I'm seeing some kind of loss of money. Though Venus in Virgo does not mean loss of money, but the thing is that Venus in Virgo aspected by Shani Mangal is very difficult for this planet. After it, see, back to back Venus is going through challenges. Met Ketu in Leo at this point of time. It is somehow the conjunction is over, but it is with Ketu in the same house, right? Irritation is there. Then from fire to the frying pan it goes and meets in Virgo debilitated, getting an aspect of Mars and Saturn. So take care of your health, your well-being, your mental calmness should be the focus. Do not focus on other people at this moment of time. If there is some kind of problem in the relationship, some kind of communication issue, some kind of verbal thing, let it be calm down. Do not try to rectify it. At this moment of time in August, nothing will be rectified. So take care Taurus people, certain things mixed bag. Certain things will be good, but certain things you will encounter some form of irritation. That is definite. Take care. Gemini ascendants, for Gemini people, it is the Venus debilitated in the 4th house. It's a Digbala Venus. Venus is Digbala in the 4th house, but because it is debilitated in Virgo, it can show some kind of expenses. That is very much possible because it is the 12th lord and the 5th lord, for your progeny, maybe home decoration and all these things. Whatever you do, whatever money you spend, understand two things very important. One is that Venus debilitated in the 4th house can give you material happiness, but cannot give you happiness which is like you feel very satisfied. No, it cannot. If you do a thing in the 4th house, whether buying a car, real estate, your progeny, going somewhere, sending to different places, you visiting some places, whatever, or some house decoration and something, you will by yourself find out some imperfection in the month of August. So that is one thing. Next is that this Venus, which is your Trikon lord, is aspected by Mars from the Lagna. You have to be very careful. Mars is your 6th lord on the Lagna and Venus is now getting debilitated. With your health, you have to be very, very cautious, and with your temperament, that is very, very important, because here the Venus is aspecting on the 10th house, where Venus has obviously it's a Ucha Drishti, but Saturn is also aspecting Venus. They are in face to face with each other and contradictory ideas they have. Venus wants to make you settled in the 4th house and give you a nice, it is a Digbali planet, but it's debilitated, it's not capable of to give you full satisfaction. While as it is aspecting the 10th house, Saturn is retrograde, there can be something which is happening in that area, because Jupiter is also aspecting Pisces with the 9th aspect. So that's why Pisces is very, very important, and the card that came out for Two of Wands for you. So see, the man is standing with the globe in the hand. You can see he is looking out to the exterior and he's waiting for the ships to arrive. This is very, very important card for you. You know at this moment of time that you have done your part, or you are doing your part, and now you are coming to that area where you will have some returns, but you're waiting for that. You're in the waiting mode. So that's why I say that some imperfection remains in this process, though Pisces is getting all Saturn is there, Jupiter, Venus both aspecting. Jupiter's own house, Venus is exalted aspect, Saturn is retrograde, rectification will happen, Venus will then go into a luck sign Libra. Things will get sorted out to a much better level, but at this moment of time, you put your concentration in the 4th house matters, but be careful with expenses. As for the collective reading, I have said in the preface of my video, there is a card 5 of Pentacles. There can be loss of money, sudden more expenses than what we can do. That should not be done in the month of August, as there is a solar eclipse also, and that will happen in your 2nd house. So keep that in mind, Gemini ascendants. Otherwise, it is a okay month. Certain pockets you have to be cautious, you have to be patient. What can be done? The transits are pointing towards that. So take care. Yeah. Cancer ascendants, Cancer people, you have the Venus debilitated in the 3rd house. The 11th lord and the 4th lord getting debilitated in the 3rd house. You can sell off real estate, property, car, old things, whatever you want. Your communication should be very, very careful, and you can sometimes, what happens, Venus in the 3rd house, because it is a Kama Trikon, there are desires, and the desires here, because Venus is in Virgo, it is debilitated. The desires are very practical desires, money oriented desire. So you can feel the gains, suppose it happens also for you in a relationship or whether in money matters, it is not giving you it is not giving you the happiness. This month is not meant to give you happiness. One has to understand that. Because the 10th lord is also in the 12th house, you have to be careful. Mars is your 5th lord also, and this Mars is aspecting Venus. So the you will want to, because Venus, third house is a very active house, you want to put in some efforts. Mars is aspecting it, but this month, because the solar eclipse is happening on the Lagna, there will be developments, but not immediately, once Mars comes on the Lagna and Venus in the fourth house. So this month of August for you, Cancer, it will be like you are giving the hard work, you're putting in the efforts which you must do, but the results are not very satisfactory. That is why the card that came out for you is Ten of Pentacles reversed. It is not in the it is not right, it is reversed, because you may feel at this month, the Ten of Pentacles card is again Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn card. It's about pentacles, it is money, the Ten of Pentacles. Suddenly you may feel, suppose I'll give you an example, because there is a fourth lord in the third house, or the Mars is in the 12th house, you want to sell off a real estate, you're not getting the right amount of money that you need for selling off, or you want to buy something, because then Venus will go into Virgo, but you feel the money shortage. So when these kind of cards come out, and same, very clearly the transits are also same. I mean, it's really what a coincidence. Things happen with both the these things taken together, astrology and tarot. You feel, if you have good money also, mark the line, you feel that it's not enough. That is the thing, Ten of Pentacles reversed. So at this point of time, Cancer, for most of the ascendants, this Venus in Virgo in itself is not that bad, but aspected by Mars and Saturn. So you have to understand, a very soft and subtle planet like Venus coming in conjunction with Ketu in Leo, already it is in a quite a fiery mode, because it's a watery planet. Now from fire to the frying pan, it has come into Virgo, which is a very earthy Rashi, and very practical, and imperfections is trying to find out. And whatever the qualities of Venus, if you're running a Venus Dasha, Antardasha, it has all turned into the material things, and that is very normal when Shani Mangal both are aspecting this Venus. Saturn is retrograde and aspecting this Venus. Money will come, but again I'm telling you, the card shows me it is not enough. It is not enough according to your expectations. So that one has to understand what it is telling. And August month is quite a month with having a solar eclipse on the Lagna for you especially. There will be a lot of changes coming up from September to December. So do not, please you have to wait. We are not in great times. You can see around you, right? There are so many things happening already when Jupiter is combust. So things will happen. Things will clear up way, but slowly. September, October, November, December, for all these 4 months will be very important for you. Very important, with Mars on the Lagna, then Mars coming into Leo, and Venus will be all through in Libra. So I can see house related matters, some Mangalik Karya at home, you spending money for that, going for real estate, buying great cars, money flowing in, looks good, doesn't look very bad for Cancer ascendants, but then one step at a time, and you cannot jump to the next step like that. August month is quite a dissatisfaction month. It is not, it cannot satisfy you. That is what I'll say. It is not that you not get money. You may spend more. You want more there. You get whatever I have. It is not the satisfaction level. And that is the problem with Venus in Virgo. The imperfections that Venus has to deal with in Virgo is very difficult for the planet. So take care, Cancer people. It's a mixed month, but you will be, your taste will not be very good. That is my main thing. Try to look into the positive things. It will make you feel better. And wait a little bit of, jittery or nervousness, or this dissatisfaction will continue. Then you will be able to come out of it. No doubt about that. Take care. Leo ascendants, Leo people, Venus, your 10th and 3rd lord will be in the 2nd house. Okay, 2nd house Venus monetarily is good because it is the original house of Taurus in Kalpurush Kundli. The problem with, and Mars will be also in the 11th house. There are certain problems with Leo at this moment of time, especially Leo, because Leo Sun will see a conjunction with Ketu in the month of August 15th onwards, and then obviously there is a solar eclipse in the 12th house matters. Next video I'll amplify these two things. As of now, Venus goes into the 2nd house debilitated, like it is the 10th lord going into the 2nd house. From finances will improve due to your work, but kharcha will also improve. That is the problem, because 12th house eclipse will happen. There will be sudden unwanted things that, I mean, will suddenly crop up, and you have to be very, very cautious with your speech, because Gemini is now housing Mars. Mars is aspecting the debilitated Venus in the 2nd house, also retrograde Saturn from the 8th house is aspecting Venus. So you can understand 2nd house, see these conditions, money comes. I have seen that. These are planets, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn can handle Mars, Saturn, Rahu. That's the first thing. So now here the aspect of Mars over Venus. Mars is your yoga karak. Financially it will be good. Kharcha is a different thing. Expenses, the 12th house, because solar eclipse is happening, so I am saying expenses. Otherwise you wouldn't have to think so much about it. But obviously, yes, Saturn, Venus are in opposition with each other, so there can be some problem with, you know, your, I mean, your communication with your loved ones, with all these things, with your neighbors, with maybe your female friends. It can be as simple as that. And that is why the Queen of Swords card has come for you in this. See, again, swords, Queen of Swords is a very direct lady and very confident. You can suddenly feel very confident in this transit of Venus in Virgo. But understand that confidence, and it is Queen of Swords. Swords is very, again, airy sign. Mars is an airy sign. Cut, 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 cut. The words will be like that. So my focus in your Leo horoscope, this with this transit of Venus in Virgo, is that money should be only going for expenses if required. Do not squander it. First thing is this. And second thing is that your speech, either you know how to talk, you know, in a diplomatic way, which is Venus, very difficult in earthy sign, aspected by Mars and Saturn, or go for a Maun Vrat. That is the best thing. I mean, I follow that. And already I have committed 1-2 mistakes in the month of July itself, when Venus and is with Ketu. I have taken I mean, whatever it is, some kind of stand. So I learn from my mistakes, and that's why now I am telling myself as a Leo ascendant, just no, not required. Any discussion, anything about relationships, take it far away. Let Venus come into Libra. Your communication will improve. You will be able to convey your things better, because this is a very sharp-edged Venus, and the Venus has no watery element in it. After conjunction with Ketu in Leo, fiery sign, now into an earthy sign, Venus is not in a state which it can support you with diplomacy, believe me. So focus on the money. Earn more, try to make ventures more. Queen of Swords is good for that. Straight talk with the straight practical talk with your whatever you have, whether you're in a business or a office environment, whatever. Do the practical things, leave the emotional things. As of now, it will be of no help. So that is my prediction for Leo ascendants, and I hope you have understood what I'm trying to say. Gains should be the focus. 2nd and the 11th house occupied by very important planet Venus and Mars. So do not focus on expenses. Keep on saving the thing, whatever you can. Saturn will help you in that. Yeah. Virgo. the Venus is on the Lagna, and see, it is your second lord and it is your ninth lord. This is, I mean, see, whenever Venus comes on the Lagna, or you run a Venus Dasha, because Venus is, it is, Libra is the Mool Trikon, you get choices. You will have certain choices to choose from, whether it is your 10th house area, whether it is your relationship area, whether visiting places, whether going for, because the 9th house lord on the Lagna, whether going for some studies or going for long distance journeys or whatever it is, you will have choices to make this month. Health should be a very, very important thing that you have to focus on, because this is happening as Mars will be in your, will be in your 10th house in Gemini and aspecting this Venus. So this is very important to take care of your health, and you have to take care of your speech. You have to think practically, which Virgo does. Relationship things can go for a little bit of toss, as Saturn is aspecting this Venus also. Though Venus is aspecting Saturn, if marriage things come into the forte, which can happen for many people, you have to think practically. Here, emotional thing will not, or do not commit immediately in the month of August, which will see a solar eclipse also in your 11th house. So monetary gains can also happen. Expenses can also happen at the same moment of time. It's a mixed bag for you. Health is the main thing, I will say, you have to look into. Otherwise, Virgo people are practical people. Now, the card that came out for you is 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is a card of choices. You can see the man is flanked by a lot of choices. So obviously this says so much, maybe in emotionally, because it is cups. Emotionally, you have to make a choice. Do not go by the emotions at this moment of time, when Venus on the Lagna is aspected by Mars and Saturn. And so you may encounter relationships where you have to go for a choice. Saturn is there retrograde, sitting in the 7th house. Jupiter will go from combustion to again a better phase. It is aspecting your 7th house maybe, and then Venus goes into Libra. This time finance and relationship is the core area for you Virgo people. It's not a bad time, but what I'm trying to say is that health should be your main concern. Your monetary things, if it flows, if it is very good, and it should flow, it should come to you. Second lord in the Lagna and also the 9th lord, which is a good transit, but everything will take a practical turn. You will not find much lovey-dovey or very smoothness in this kind of a situation. That is the only drawback. Otherwise, it's not a bad transit at all. So take care, Virgo people. Yeah. For the Libra ascendants, the transit of your Lagna Lord in the 12th house will bring up some foreign pending issues definitely, and these are all practical issues. They can be like studying abroad, there can be money from abroad, there can be all these things, and there can be some philanthropical thing also. Also, see, 12th house is the point where Venus gets exalted in Pisces in the original Kalpurush chart. So there can be some expenses also, and expenses can be regarding your health. It may be, because it is the Saturn in the 6th house which is aspecting this Venus, and the Mars is also aspecting this Venus. So both these things are happening. Mars, your 7th lord, from the 9th house it is aspecting Venus, and also Saturn. So both this is happening, and you may take a loan for any of these matters also, because the Lagna lord is now aspecting the 6th house of exaltation. So one has to understand whether it is any kind of loan for foreign studies or foreign going abroad, just for, trip also. Money can be taken as a loan. It can be your health factors which force you to take money. It may happen so. because Virgo is also the original 6th house, and it can take you towards the health issues. If you're already having one, it can be rectified. All these things are possible, and you have to think where you're spending money, where you're giving money. If it is coming to you, it is good, but 12th house is also, yes, foreign money can built in. Then Venus will come on the Lagna. That's a different chapter altogether. But the card that has come out for you is this 6 of Pentacles. You can see the person is in giving mode. 12th house Venus is sometimes like that. I have seen giving. It can be for philanthropy, it can be for any other thing also. The card is not lying, that's why it came out for you. A Pentacles card, which is Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn card this is, and 6 of Pentacles, where money is being given. So that is one of the criteria that can happen to you. You can feel like giving. It's not bad in that way, but where you are giving and what is the purpose you are giving, that is very important. Without a purpose, without understanding where your finances are taking you, that can be leading to a problem with the 12th house Venus. All in all, 12th house Venus is actually it is exalted because it can spend, it has the money to spend, and also it is a little bit more on the spending spree. That one has to understand it. If it is a practical reason, like it is for the your own health, maybe you are going to a foreign land for studies or something, or you are giving somebody who is really in need, then yeah, it's okay. Look after your health, look after your pocket, look after your well-being. These are the main themes that is coming out with the Venus in Virgo. So remember this card, and we have to see how the cards behave when Venus comes in Libra, which will be when Lagna Lord comes on the Lagna. It's a great boost to the sign, and this is not a it's not a one-timer thing. From September, October, November, in between a little bit, 6 to 22nd November, Venus will come into 12th house again on the Lagna. Lot of things will go for rectification in this moment of time when Venus will come on to Libra, going back once and again coming back. So because there is a solar eclipse also in this month of August, be very skeptical, and where you are putting your money into, suddenly do not put into investments, because that is also how Rahu behaves in the 5th house. So all these things please keep in your mind and then go for a call. Now Venus is aspected by Saturn, later Venus will be aspected by Rahu. 6th house for you is very active at this point of time, with Saturn already being there, Jupiter aspecting and Venus also aspecting. So 6th house matters, Rogue, Rin, Shatru. You may, as simple as that, it may happen that Rin, you want to give up on that and money goes for that. See, it is all that's what I'm saying. This card shows me that you're giving the money, more on the giving side. So it can come, but the coming is less as of now by the card. So you see how this month August pans out for you, and if you feel that it is more expenses, you have to hold on to it. Do not be very eager to give it out in lavishness or any other things. Whatever, give, but in whatever amount that is lesser, and it's not heavy on your pocket. Take care, Libra. Next comes Scorpio. Scorpio people, Venus, the 7th lord and the 12th lord is in the 11th house. This is a good transit all in all. And because you may gain, you may go for marriage, you may gain from your wife, you can gain in your love affairs, because Venus is also aspecting the 5th house where Saturn is there. Saturn is aspecting Venus. You may get gains. Mars, your Lagna Lord, will be a little bit of fix in the 8th house at this moment of time, in the full month of August till 15th of September, the next transit of Mars. But Lagna Lord is also aspecting the 11th house, and the card that comes out and shows me is 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a victory card. You can see the man is mounted on a horse, and people are cheering for him. So see, this transit of Venus and the whole month is not looking bad, in the sense according to the gains. Yes, obviously there will be a Sun Ketu combination in the 10th house, and obviously there will be a solar eclipse in the 9th house, which I'll talk about in the next video. As of now, it does not look good. financially, gains wise, gaining from the partner, any kind of love matters or even marriage matters can also fructify at this moment of time. A little bit of problem, if you ask me, is with education. It may happen so, as Mars is now in the 8th house, and it will not get the gusto, you know. That is the thing. That is the only thing which I feel is a problem. Otherwise, Mars is also aspecting the 2nd house and the 11th house, so it is also good. Yes, Mars aspect will be in the 3rd house, 8th aspect will be in the 3rd house, so some efforts will go. And Venus in Virgo is a very practical transit, you know. If you, even if it's your relationship things, it is taken up in a very practical manner. These are the things. Maybe you have a problem with your partner, it can be solved practically. It can be like that also. You have gains from your partner, you gain a partner, you go for a relationship, a partnership which gives you well, and later Venus goes into the 12th house, you want to spend your money. I mean the Libra Venus later coming up. But anyway, this month or this transit of Venus is good for you only. Yes, I will say the gains, whatever you encounter or you get in this month, it is I mean, the other parts are a little bit tricky. Mars being in the 8th house and Sun being in the 10th house with Ketu from 15th August onwards. I'll talk about it in the August horoscope. It is a mixed month. Do not show it off. You can feel whatever the victory card is showing, you can feel internally, yes, I am doing good. Do not have to show it off, because 8th house, when the Lagna Lord is, 8th house is a complicated house and it's not easy. You need not show to the world. You can feel the victory within. I will put it in like that. If anything good happens, like the Sun is in the 10th house, it will be shown to the world. No need of going out and portraying it. So that's the thing. I think it should be, this Venus transit should be good, and good for you practically, monetarily, even in relationship also. It can be a practical relationship and you can gain out of it. That's the thing. I mean, that's how it's looking. Take care, Scorpio. Sagittarius, it is the 10th house Venus. 10th house Venus in Virgo is like, you know, you are 10th house is any planet cannot give very easy results. I mean, even Mars also, Saturn also makes one work hard, and Venus is your 6th lord. Now you are on the working spree, and that is why this card is telling me, see, this is the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, you can see the man is on the job. His clothes are torn. I mean, this symbolizes that he is putting all his attention into the work. It's a good card as far as your attentiveness is concerned. You will put all your heart and soul into it, and you will work towards certain things. That is, 6th lord is with competition. You will work, you will put hard work, and all these things will later fructify when Venus comes into the 11th house. As of now, the 10th house area looks very diligent work is required over here, with Saturn aspecting, and Mars will be coming into the 7th house in Gemini, and also aspecting this Venus. Another thing is that with your partner, any kind of argument, because Venus is debilitated in the 10th house, any kind of argument should be totally avoided. You just be fixated on your work. Partner can have little bit health issues that may happen when Venus goes into Virgo. Even your father can also face little bit of health issues. Go for rectification, show the doctor. But whatever it is, the 6th lord in the 10th house, Artha Trikon lord into another Artha Trikon, please be diligent with your work, and do not be in a rush. It is a patience oriented sign, Virgo. This August month there will be a solar eclipse in your 8th house, and where Jupiter, your Lagna lord, is there, and the 7th lord Mercury will also be there. I'll talk about it in the next video. So lot of changes in the month of August. It is not a month to hurry at all. You cannot hurry this month, and you do your work. That is what the card is telling. You do your work. That is enough. Later you will come into the things which will give you up upliftment. But as of now, it is the time to go into deep depths of work, and not putting here and there attention, other than whatever health things are in. Keep your money under caution, because when Venus is debilitated, sometimes it happens, sudden expenses do comes up. Try to save the money and do not give more, because it's a practical sign. Later you can give when such kind of a situations happen. Here it is more of conservation, earning, patience, understanding, diligent working, all these things. But it's a mixed bag, I'll say. Not a very bad transit, not a very good either transit. You can face some criticism for your relationships from your boss. It may happen, because Sun Ketu combination is also there in your 9th house in the later part of August. So keeping all these things in mind, just bow your head and submit it and keep on working. Now don't tell me Sagittarius is a bad sign. Some people just, they write whatever they feel like. Maybe the arrangement of the chart is not like that, and they feel that, this is weird actually. Anyway, so it's a mixed month for you, Sagittarius. You're moving, obviously you have to understand one thing: Jupiter is combusted, Lagna Lord combusted in the 8th house. A lot of changes is happening for you, no doubt. And if the Dasha is not supportive, you will be tested, no doubt about that. So you are a fiery sign, you want to ride the horse which you're mounted on, but this is not the time for that. You have to go through some kind of these patience tests are there for most of the signs. It is there. Take care about your health and your father's and your partner's health. Take good care. Okay, Capricorn. For Capricorn, the transit of Venus happens in the 9th house in Virgo. 9th house, the 5th lord into the 9th house, usually the transit is good. Usually it is good. The thing about Capricorn is that here Saturn, the Lagna lord, is aspecting the 10th lord. So here you will come into some kind of Pentacles matter. The 3 of Pentacles is a card that came out for you, and obviously there can be journeys, there can be negotiations, because Venus is aspecting the 3rd house, exalted aspect, communications with people. Mars will be in the 6th house aspecting this Venus, and Saturn retrograde will also aspect the Venus. This is like, see, this is not a transit why it is not bad, but understand that Virgo is also very slow moving. It is like you have to keep on grinding over there. So debilitated means it is not easily served to you. You are making efforts for that. Obviously, when Rahu is in the 2nd house, Ketu is in the 8th house, and then there will be a Sun Ketu combination. You have to work out things in a communication level. Unless and until Venus comes into Libra, your way of communication can also needs to be rectified. Sometimes you can be too much practical and too much blunt and criticizing at this point of time. Your father's health should be taken care of. Your progeny can go for long distance journey for important monetary factors, can go for taking studies for in finance oriented subjects. These things can happen. Monetarily, it should be good only. The 5th lord, when it goes into the 9th house, if the dashas are too bad, and if Ketu in the 8th house is making you go through sudden events of money loss, then that's a different thing. But otherwise, this transit in itself does not look very bad. Yes, Mars is aspecting Venus. See, the condition of Venus, as I told in the preface of the video, is not very good. So hold on to your money. If not required to spend it in a certain direction, whether it is investment, whether it is long distance journey, whether it is for education, health is a must. We cannot put it in the back burner. It has to be done. And Venus debilitated in the 5th lord, debilitated though in the 9th house, can give some health issues, Mars being in the 6th house. So take care of your health also in that matter. If it needs certain rectifications, those needs to be done. But Pisces becomes very, very important with Saturn being retrograde there, Jupiter aspecting, Venus aspecting Pisces is very important. The third house matters. Efforts, communications, your neighbors, short distance journeys, talking with people, solving things. This is becoming very, very important. And some pending things, because Saturn will be totally retrograde from August to December. Till the end of the year, pending things can get solved in the next few months. Understand, you will undergo a solar eclipse in the 7th house area, which I'll talk about in the later video. As of now, the card shows that you are working with people. The 3 of Pentacles is that 3 people you can see in the card. They are working and they are concocting a plan, and it is about some long-term business or in this any kind of thing. It can be like that. That can be favored, as now Venus will go into Libra next month, September onwards, and a long transit of Libra till December. So yeah, Capricorn ascendants, this is not a bad transit, a mixed bag little bit for you, but towards the better end. Yeah. Okay, then Aquarius. Aquarius, August month does not look good at all for you. See, the thing is that when I say these things, because the 9th lord and the 4th lord is in the 8th house debilitated. Already, if you have health issues, they can aggravate. Jupiter is also in the 6th house. If you, your father's, mother's condition, both can go, or one of them can see certain challenges in the 8th house areas. Venus, if you're especially running Antardasha Pratnantar, you can go through a challenge in education, maybe in your own well-being. You can have sudden disputes. You can feel not very great, especially when moon is transiting the 6th house, 8th house, 12th house. So those days, those 2.5 days, 2.5. So see, there are like 8, 9, 10 days. Already you will, this month of August, you will not feel good. That is for sure. That's for sure. So that is why the card that came out for you is 10 of Swords. You can see the person is totally down. The good part about 10 of Swords is that it will be over by August month, and obviously September month, when Venus goes into Libra, you will see great days and very good days. That is no doubt. Now Saturn is retrograde. Venus is aspecting the 2nd house, exalted aspect. Jupiter is aspecting Pisces, the monetary thing and health affairs and parents and your well-being and your understanding. All these things will go through a big churn up in the month of August. I don't see, because the card is also indicating exactly the same. See, this is the brilliancy of when we take esoteric subjects or occult, whether it is astrology, whether tarot, they match up with the energy very much. It's a very, very cautious month. If you can just lie low and let it go, that would be the best you can do. And especially mark the dates when the moon is in 6, 8, 12 and also with Rahu on the Lagna. Not good times. So you can take out nearly 12 days, which is not good this month. That's why you please lie low. That is the best thing. See, the figure is also showing that 10 of Swords, there is a completion of a thing. 10 is the completion. And then you come for a fresh beginning. That is how the cards also is showing. So that's why you are lying low, and you need not worry about now what is coming. Why I'm saying this is that when Venus goes into Libra in the 9th house, it will be divine destiny. 9th house is your Agami Karma and the fortune, how it rides you forward. Sometimes certain months are like that. You cannot help it. So take care of your health, well-being, and your wealth also. If you're earning also, there can be sudden expenses. And you must know whether should I spend this? It's required. Because August month is not very easy for maximum signs. Out of the 12 signs, maybe 8, 9 signs, it's not easy. Given the solar eclipse is there, given the Sun-Ketu combination for you in the 7th house. I'll talk about that later. Relationships, Venus, in the 8th house, your partner's health can suddenly see crisis. You can see a health problem. And the relationship front, if it is not working, it is like it'll settle you down totally. It's gone for a toss. That's the thing, and it will not find you any ways out in the month of August. So you have to wait till September. There is a wait, and I cannot but say that. So it does not look good. Just stay calm, meditate, and chant Sri Shuktam mantra. That would be great for Venus. And liberate. Do not go for imperfections and look at imperfections and judgmental. It will not help you. This is a month to stay quiet and see how the things are panning out. Do the daily job and take care of your health and well-being. That will be enough for this month of August. Pisces ascendant. Pisces Venus is in the 7th house in Virgo. This is a good transit of Venus, being your 3rd and 8th lord. It's not bad. The transit is good, and because Saturn is on the Lagna, Venus will be aspecting the Lagna, Jupiter will be aspecting the Lagna, Jupiter will come out of combustion, and one solar eclipse will happen in Cancer. All these things will happen. You will get the aid of your partner, or you'll come on terms. 7th house Venus Karaka Bhavyanasha, many people say, some defects it obviously gives, but not bad. It's not bad, because ultimately 7th house is having the flavor of Libra. Venus diplomatically does well over here. Daily wages should be good over here. Monetarily, I don't think you're facing a problem. If you are having some problem with the 10th house matters, let Jupiter come out of combustion, let the solar eclipse happen, let Sun Ketu conjunction happen. The whole of August, do not take a step in that direction. But though the card that has come out for you is the King of Wands, that is a confident card. I think the Pisces people, because the Lagna Saturn is retrograde now and is getting aspected by Jupiter and Venus, both the benefit, you will feel confident in certain matters, definitely. Cards never lie. So you will feel that now you have got the thing, and you are confident. Maybe you are going in for change in job matters. That can also happen. Daily wages improvement. All these things can happen for you. Take care of your health. That is very important. Venus is debilitated, means in Virgo, and so I have told you Saturn is on the Lagna, and Venus represents mainly eyes, kidney, reproductive organs, and the appendicitis and all these things. So take care of all these things. If this needs for a rectification, it will go, because Venus is aspected by Mars and Saturn both. So yes, Venus is tired now with Ketu in 6th house, now again in practical sign like Virgo and aspected by Mars and Saturn. It is tired, but still an overall thing. The card that came out for you, I also feel, because the Lagna is getting aspect of Jupiter and Venus, some kind of confidence level improvement, because it is the exalted aspect of Venus on the Lagna. Saturn giving you the wrong, the demeaning effect will go in this month, and you will see better days coming up, and especially Jupiter will also become out of combustion by 12th-13th August. So not a bad time for you, Pisces. Actually, this month can be proved to be certain things you are being able to comprehend and end with your partner. Daily wages look good. You will be able to get the money that is stored for you. So take care, Aries ascendants. This was the whole story about Venus in Virgo. So please take care of health. All the ascendants, very, very important when Venus in Virgo, and do not go for judging your relationships. It's a dry phase in relationship, I'll say. So take care, have a good day, take care of your health. Later things later. We'll see in the next video. Bye bye.